Non-conformist, positive nonsense. AquaMethodPodcast. Non-conformist, positive nonsense.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP and rocking with me on the Aqua Method Podcast. As always, you can find me on Twitter, Grasshopper GP, Instagram, Grasshopper GP also, both of which spelled normally, no emoticons, emojis, underscores, numbers, acrylic letters, Japanese characters, nothing like that. Grasshopper GP at yahoo.com is the email for any types of sponsorships, advertisements, or if you just have something nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate all the listens and the views. Thank y'all very much for hanging with your boy for so long. I really appreciate it. It's been about half a year now. You are listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Right? Grasshopper GP Official. 3 S's is a YouTube account, so thank y'all for checking me out over there. Also, today I am joined by the most dedicated and reliable lady to be on this show, Miss Alex. What's going on, Miss Alex?
Nothing much. I got off from work at about 2 today.
Yeah? How was work?
Being that I work at an auto parts store on a Saturday, it was hectic.
What made it so hectic?
Just people lined up. There was like 5 or 6 people at each little aisle.
Yeah.
To check out or to ask questions. And the thing about auto parts is there's like 6 different names for the same part.
Yeah. I could bet. I bet.
Like a serpentine belt can be an AC belt, or just it gives me a headache because they're thinking about this doohickey when it's actually a whatnotty.
I like that. Do you know a lot about cars, or you just sell the parts?
I try to learn as much as I can. My father is a really, really great mechanic. Mm-hmm. Basically self-taught. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I retained much of it.
What can you do? Can you change your own oil?
I could if I had like jack stands to put underneath my car to make sure I didn't get crushed to death.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Can you change your own tires?
Yes.
Okay.
I've had to rescue a boyfriend or 2 on the side.
How about that? Look at you. I heard a few girls say similar stories about having to man up and be the male in the relationship. Not saying that girls can't do it, but that's just something you normally see a dude get all greasy and dirty.
Well,
on
I
their
work
knees.
in the oil field.
Right.
And I work at an auto parts store.
Right. So if a guy wants to date you, he has to be able to do all the car stuff, or what? Is that important to you?
Just don't be a freeloader. Just don't.
Because I tell you what, I don't know nothing about no cars. I hate cars. I wish I didn't have to drive them.
Yeah, I feel the same way because my car, I've had POSs consecutively since my very first car froze to death. It froze to death.
Really? And I can believe it? Where you was at?
I was in Texas. It dipped down to like the teens.
Wow.
One year, and I wasn't there. I was in Illinois. My mom didn't run my car at all during the whole winter, and I came back and she was like, "By the way, we had to scrap your car." I said, "What?" She said, "Oh yeah, the engine block froze and I couldn't start it."
Oh, there you have it. So did you get a better car after that?
I got a retired cop car. I named him Fuzzy Man.
Fuzzy Man.
And he had holes drilled in him where the antennas were, so I patched him up with pink duct tape. So he was white and pink.
Wonderful. What's the etymology of that name?
You know, people call it "Here Come the Fuzz."
Oh.
You know? Get it? Fuzzy Man.
Wow. Yep. Yeah, like I was telling Alex, I don't know. I was just chilling at my apartment. I'm like, I could just get the microphone and start recording something and see where it goes and just have it in the stash just in case. And so yeah, I don't have nothing to talk about, y'all. Sorry, but we just gonna rip for another 50 minutes.
Okay.
You know, see what kind of diarrhea of the mouth can Be the least stinky. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, yeah. So Fuzzing Man. Mm-hmm. What happened? What came? Tell me the names of your cars.
Okay. First there was Sally.
Uh-huh.
She was a 1991 Chevy Geo Metro. It's when Chevy bought out Geo.
Okay.
And she was a go-kart.
She was a go-kart.
A 4-door go-kart.
Wow.
Whenever she accelerated, she buzzed. But if you threw it in neutral and revved the engine, it would rev like a Mustang. Which, you know how people like to meander in front of Walmart and stuff? It came really in handy for that. Because throw it in neutral and go, whoom, and scare everybody.
They think you're coming, but you're not.
Nope.
Right, that's funny. So Sally, then what else? What happened? What came after Sally?
That would be Fuzzy Man.
Fuzzy Man. Love that name.
Retired cop car. He had a police interceptor in him. He would go up to 210 miles an hour.
That's
with
cool.
ease. After that, there was. I go through boyfriends because that's how I got my cars.
Your boyfriend paid for your cars?
No. Like, they just came with them.
At the same time? Around the same time? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like chapters.
I know, right? I think after that, it was Brandon. So I was driving a Suburban that I named Goliath because I had never driven anything bigger than, a good-sized truck.
I just had a thought of a girl calling something she rode Goliath. It's kind of sexual. It's kind of sexual.
And then I had a green Hyundai Elantra, I think. And I named her Salad.
Salad. From salad to salad.
Mm-hmm, Salad because her paint was peeling off, so she looks kind of leafy. And then after that, I got my silver Hyundai Accent. And I was either going to... She had two names. When she was good, it was Edna.
Edna.
If she was bad, it was Psycho Bitch.
There you go.
I actually rear-ended a trailer hitch on a brand new truck. The guy had one scratch on his bumper, I think. One scratch. And he could have buffed it out. And he pulled out like a $5,000 pop, like... My car's total, blah blah blah, $5,000 on my insurance.
That sucks. Oh, so you had to pay that?
No, I didn't have to pay that, but my premiums went up for like a year, and now it's still on my permanent record to this day.
That sucks, man. That sucks.
So after Edna,
Had a lot of cars.
Huh?
Had a lot of cars. Had a lot of automobiles.
Well, the Elantra Salad, I had to sell her because I didn't know it at the time, but there was a leak from the power steering fluid onto the alternator. And it was shorting out the alternator. So I actually got trapped in traffic one time because the inside door latch wouldn't work on the driver's side, so I'd have to roll down the window. The windows were not cranked. So I was trapped because the alternator died and I couldn't get out. I was trapped in the middle in a turning lane.
Oh.
You know that turn lane?
Yeah.
On Pinhook at the corner of I think it's frick, I can't even remember the name of that road right now. But it's like an outlet from South College onto Pinhook. You know what I'm talking about?
I can picture it, yeah.
I was right there in that busy intersection. I
Man.
couldn't get out. I was trapped.
And people just honking and being mean.
I called my mom in a panic. I was like, oh my God, I'm stuck in the middle of traffic.
That's funny. I had the same situation. I was driving, me and my girlfriend at the time. This was going to be my first time this is going to be her first time meeting my mom. She had talked to my mom on the phone, but she never saw her. And we was going to New Orleans to see a Pelicans Heat game, NBA. And I took I was driving, and I know one way to get back to where my mom stays, Highway 90. But I missed my turn to get to Highway 90, so I decided to take I-10. And I was driving this old Honda Civic called Sylvia. Since we're talking about car names, I was driving Sylvia, and Sylvia had a problem with with heating up. So if Sylvia got too hot, she would shut down. Of course, steam. And but if you drove it constantly, no problem. But if you had to stop and go, and the car was still running, that heat would just build up and build up and build up. So me and my girlfriend got stuck on a bridge in Baton Rouge because there was traffic. So the car's running, but we're not going nowhere. So it just heard like a wee, like a soft like wee, and then poof, and like, oh my goodness.
The Suburban that I was talking about had a heater problem also. There's a way to get around that to keep it from, overheating while you're sitting.
Yeah.
Run the heater.
Yeah, she says that after the car explodes. So that's about right. So we got traffic. Traffic is in front of us. Traffic is behind us. People trying to cross, and they're honking the horns. And there was a truck that I think it was carrying a beehive. I think it was a big truck, and it had tarp over it, but there was bees surrounding it. So I think it was like a bunch of little hives in it. I guess they were transporting bees somewhere. So I was worried about that, and had to call. I had to call AAA, but before I called AAA, somebody stuck in traffic called the cops. So I had a police officer come. He asked me what was going wrong. I told him. So he backed up and he hit my car to push it. And we drove to this parking lot and we stayed there. We was gonna make good time. We was gonna hang out with my mom. Everything was gonna be nice. This was the first time I was driving for a long period of time because normally she drove. And I'm like, she probably thinks in her head, I should have drove. What's going on? I knew I should have drove. This guy's car is not all that good. So I was embarrassed. I was upset. I was mad. And my mom was on the phone. She was like, don't be so mad. Like, don't tell me not to be mad. I have a reason to be mad. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm just mad because
you have really bad anxiety. You know what?
Huh?
I said you have bad anxiety.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do not. How you say that? And you never see
Our
me.
before conversation about Nessie.
But I'm not anxious about that. I'm not at all anxious about that, man.
We'll talk about it more when we're done with that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, I have anxiety. I overthink things all freaking time, and I wish I didn't have to, but.
But I think you need to anticipate. You need to be prepared for the worst. That way, when it happens, it doesn't hurt you.
There's a difference between anticipation and anxiety and overthinking things. There's a big difference.
Okay, I could dig that. I guess I did overthink that because she told me she wasn't thinking that at all. She was just ready to go to my mom's house. And I called AAA. AAA came. Cost me $100 because he transported us about an hour from Baton Rouge to where my mom stayed. Well, we wound up making it. We could have had the whole day just hanging out, but instead we had the whole day in the car. And she was trying to console me, trying to make me feel better. I appreciate that. She was a sweetheart, but that was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, man. Like, come on, man. Like, my car
has crappy cars,
just
dude.
shut down, man. But like at the time, I think I was like 26. I'm like, man. I was like about 26, 27. I'm like too old to have a crappy car.
No. Because my father has never had a new car. Being a mechanic, he trades his services for usually a trade, like a traded car. Like he'll trade, I'll switch out the transmission in that car if you give me that one. So he'd get a crappy car, fix it up, and hopefully it'd run. We didn't have a front yard in my first house when I was little. We had cars. There was no grass. There was cars.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a tale. That's one of my stories involving my car. But that was Sylvia. Before Sylvia, it was Connie, Ford Contour. Then before Connie, it was Essie, a Ford Escort.
I see what you did there.
Well, my mom named Essie and Connie, and I think she might have named because my first car was Essie, the Escort, and it was like a dingy green, and it had a rusted top, and like rust. Like I called it like a bald spot, because it was just metal and just brown and gray. So I'm like, I got to get this car painted. So like for Christmas or my birthday, my mom let me get the car painted. She paid for it, and I got it painted blue.
Blue.
Yeah, my favorite color, blue, and it looked nice. And then because the car painting shop we went to, they had like 3 levels of paint with different prices, and blue was in the second level. My mom wasn't paying that; she was not having it. At the cheap level, there was like this boring beige, like a white, and then they had this poo brown, and like maybe a black or something. I ain't like none of those colors. I'm like, man, I wish I could get this blue, but I was about to get the beige. I'm like, well, I gotta get something. And the guy was nice enough. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have the blue. I'm like, oh, you so nice. You know, my first car, my first paint job, you let me have the blue for the cheap price.
Yay! That was awesome.
So I got that, and I got some rims, and I got a new stereo system. And then one day I was driving from where my mom lives to college in Lafayette to school, and I fell asleep and I crashed the car. Crashed my car. Yep. My first car. And I'm thinking to myself, my mom's gonna murder me, and she's gonna be so upset. And my mom couldn't care less about that car. She was just happy that I was still alive.
Exactly.
I was so surprised. I mean, and to this day, she was never mad. And she never brought it up. She never said, like, you shouldn't have fell asleep. I mean, after that, for a long period of time, she was really nervous about me driving back, especially after I eat. Because, you know, you get the itis. You know?
The itis.
Yeah, you get the itis. And, you get sleepy after you eat some good food, you know? And that's what happened with Essie. I had just ate a big meal. And I had the air conditioner was running, and it was nice and cool. I had some slow jams playing, and I just drove off the side of the road, hit a telephone pole, bam! And then some people driving behind me
saw the whole thing and helped you out.
Yeah, they called the ambulance, and I didn't need no ambulance. And I lost my
airbag.
Yeah, airbag helped me out. I didn't feel it, I guess because of adrenaline. I didn't feel anything, but like after I had my sides was hurting, like it hit me. But I lost my shoe. So somewhere between St. Charles Parish and Lafayette, there's a shoe stuck in the mud in the ground that is now growing flowers and shit, probably. And I lost my shoe because like it was mud where I crashed that, and I tried to get out the car. I was still dazed, like what happened? How did I get here? What happened? You know, I'm still dazed. I'm thinking about my mom. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on.
At least you didn't fall asleep on the bridge.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. I could have fell asleep and went the other way in the traffic. You know, but I went and hit a telephone pole. And the cop was like, "You're really lucky, man. Not too many people go hit up with a telephone pole and survive." So, yeah.
I know, right? It means you're destined to do great things.
I hope so. I hope that's what it means. But yeah, my shoe was not destined to do great things. It is now part of the earth.
What we're trying to do.
It's probably a nice home for some roly polies and some snails.
Yeah. It's getting use. Get some good use. But,
it's not biodegradable at all.
I know. But yeah, so now with Christina, the Chrysler 200. Yeah, that's my first car. That's the first car that I bought, and it's under my name. So I'm really proud of that car. I need to clean it though, cause she's dirty.
Well, I work at AutoZone if you need the hook up on some cleaning products.
Oh, that's so sweet. I probably need to hook up on a lot of things.
Well, this weekend is 30% off weekend. So if you want to get your shit together and go to AutoZone tomorrow, I can help you tomorrow.
She's good. She's just dirty, you know. And she got some stuff in the inside. I need to clean inside and out too. So
do yourself a favor and get a pressure washer.
Pressure washer.
Because you'll never have to use any type of like soap on your car. Get a pressure washer and it'll just like scrape that shit right off.
That's for the outside. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just like some dirt. It's not like I'll go mudding in my Chrysler 200.
Dude, I want to go mudding. I want a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
With big mud tires on it.
Yeah. Do you think there's a correlation between the size of a man's truck and his penis?
I think that guys
Bigger the truck.
overcompensate a bit.
Yeah, bigger the truck, smaller the willy.
Well, I don't think it's that much. I think it's like an embodiment of their testosterone. You know, like a status symbol.
Yeah.
Much like
But that's just down here though.
much like clothes.
Yeah.
Like your
My Echo.
Yeah.
My Echo jacket. I love this jacket.
Echo shirts, Echo pants, Echo shoes, Echo perfume.
I do rock a lot. I used to rock a lot of Echo in early college, high school. I don't really do it too much anymore.
It's a status symbol now.
You think that's what it is? I just look. Like clothes talk to me. Like if that clothes say something to me, I gotta get it. You know, like when I go to Express or like Hot Topic and stuff. That's where I frequent the most. Or Dillard's.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but whenever I was in high school,
Uh-huh.
the most popular girls and guys were wearing shirts that had the little emblems on them, like
Type of emblem.
American Eagle or Abercrombie and Fitch. They had those little symbols like A78
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah.
All the popular people were in that because they could afford it.
I guess. I mean, but I never looked at it like that. I only wear stuff that looks good to me. I'm serious. Yo, Alex giving me these faces, and I don't understand where these faces is coming from. I only wear stuff that looks good to me. I don't care what, because that status symbol thing is a source of is a result of insecurity. Like you
Yeah.
care what other people think of you. You know, and like you gotta wear what's popular or not. Because like a lot of rappers are wearing like Versace and all them things look like girl clothes. And I'm like this all look like female clothes. Like y'all dressing like women. Like I can't have it. Like I don't care how much money I got. Like I'm not spending no $400 on no t-shirt unless I got $1 billion in the bank.
Even then, I don't think I could. I would
what I'm saying?
rather buy the materials and make the shirt myself.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking up the most expensive. You know, you just start fumbling on YouTube. You just find random shit. I was looking at the most expensive fruits you could buy.
Food?
Fruit.
Oh, fruit.
Yeah, that you could buy. And apparently, the most expensive fruit you could buy is a pineapple that they grow in the special place. I think in Europe or something, and it's $15,000 for one. And I'm like, I have to have $5 billion in the bank to buy a fruit. That's $15,000.
I know that, you know, just like in accessibility, I mean, not in XX, but on accessibility, the most expensive fruit I've ever bought was dragon fruit.
Yeah, you talking about that?
And
Yeah.
it's like $6 or $7.99 a pound.
Yeah.
And they usually weigh about 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So you end up spending like $25 on this pink and green spiky fruit
Right.
that is delicious, by the way.
Whole Foods is bad about that shit. I remember I went to Whole Foods and I bought 3 things and that shit was like $25. I'm like, what? Like, where the fuck where did that come from?
Wait until you try the $30 a pound Kobe beef. You'll never go back to regular beef.
I bet. I would give that a try. I would give that a shot. But I like olives. And they got these olives that I can only find at Whole Foods. I think they call them New Orleans Sisters or something. And they are exquisite.
Like
Yeah.
pickles?
No,
Like green olives?
Green olives, and they put like paprika and garlic and onions and the what you call the pickling agent of pickle and stuff.
It's brine.
Brine, that. And they put it in that, and it's delicious, like eating Bloody Marys.
Oh, that sounds good.
$8.
Speaking
A
of Bloody
joke.
Marys,
Yes.
have you ever had a bloody beer before?
No, that sounds horrendous.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yuck.
You take beer that is normally kind of like, I don't really like beer, but they take,
I'll try it though, but it sounds horrible.
it's Bloody Mary mixed with the beer.
Right.
You know, beers are normally like really hoppy, kind of dry, and kind of savory. The Bloody Mary mix is very spicy, has
Yeah.
a lot of different notes, kind of like wine, I guess. It's got tomato and celery and garlic and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tabasco sauce,
Yeah.
and it makes it just,
That sounds. You know what? Now you said it sounds pretty good. I'm
I'm just saying that.
Huh? No, it does. I'm being real. It does sound good now you think about it, because vodka, I don't really like vodka. So it might taste good with a beer.
Have you ever tried a dirty martini?
Yeah.
You like olives.
I
though.
do like olives, yeah, but I don't like, but see, I'm not that big a drinker.
You've probably only had the gin one, because the gin is very sweet.
Me and my cousin randomly happened to be on the same cruise. Like we booked 2 different cruises, but we happened to be on the same one, which is dope. We was hanging at the bar on the ship, and she ordered a dirty martini, and that was horrible.
She probably got it with gin because I know.
No, it was with vodka.
It was with vodka?
Yeah.
Okay, because most bartenders, if you don't tell them strictly vodka martini, they do gin.
I guess because it's cheaper. Okay, that makes sense.
But
Is a Bloody Mary a girl drink?
no.
Okay, because I like Bloody Mary. That's my drink. If I had to get a cocktail, a mixed drink, it's a Bloody Mary.
I know that Twin Peaks has a Bloody Mary
With
that's
bacon.
With bacon
Yeah.
and like a slider on the side of it and like all of this different pickled vegetables sticking out. It's like a fucking snack.
It's a meal, man. That's why I like them. I like Bloody Marys, man. My ex-girlfriend, she was a far bigger drinker than me, but she wasn't really hip to Bloody Marys, and I put her on that. That was a Bloody Mary bar on the ship. Didn't get to enjoy it though.
Why not?
Huh?
Why
Because
not?
I had they gave me a coupon for a Bloody Mary specifically, which is dope. And it was like, you can take it to the Bloody Mary bar. I'm like, okay, I want to use it at the Bloody Mary bar, but these people who be burping, at least you ain't growling. These people that work on the ships, they English ain't their first language, so I guess they misunderstood me. So I lost my little voucher. And the next time I didn't see it open again.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there was so much going on, I didn't take the time out to look for it.
I've never been on a cruise.
You never been on a cruise?
No.
Been on 4 or 5.
I'm jealous.
Don't be jealous.
I like water. I like...
Traveling is awesome. You've never been outside the country. You've been to Canada.
I've been to Canada.
Yeah, so that counts. But yeah, so why you ain't never been on a cruise? Just a money thing or just a
because
time thing?
I never had the money or the means. I'd like to take a cruise to Alaska.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope. I would do that too. But you ain't gonna get that from here.
No.
The only places you're getting from Louisiana is Mexico, Bahamas, Jamaica, and the Grand Canyon, from what I remember. I've been to all those places.
I know you have to leave from probably California
Yeah.
to get to Alaska, but it'd be so worth it.
There's a cruise that leaves out of Miami that is real dope that I want to go to. But there's going to be at least another year for that. But yeah, I've been to on a few cruises, but the last cruise I went to on my birthday was with my ex-girlfriend. And what?
It's just funny.
What? And that was the first one I paid for, because the other ones I had been on, my mom had paid for. So I was really proud of myself being able to provide that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that. And it was her birthday was coming up too, and that was her first cruise, so I wanted to do that.
That's awesome.
Because I'm a sweet guy. Just looking for someone to
spoil.
appreciate that, and and spoil. Yeah, I think I'd do that. I'd be that'd be my thing. I think I'd do spoil girls. Like I mean that's a good reason to spend some money, huh? Somebody you care about. You know. We was talking about this before. What's the lamest thing a guy has done to get your attention?
Lamest thing to get my attention?
Yeah.
My ex-boyfriend was so shy to talk to me that his whole shop felt so bad for him that whenever they saw me approaching the shop, they called him on the intercom and told him to get ready because I'm about to pull up. And then instead of allowing him to like talk to me on his own, they took over what he was doing, which was packing up a pallet with these grinding discs to cut metal and stuff with, and pushed him towards me. And before that, an old man approached me and said, "Are you single?" And my experience with older men, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm not interested," And he was like, "Oh no, it's not for me." And I'm like, quizzically, I stare at him all quizzically, like, okay, who are you approaching me on behalf?
Who you're inquiring for?
Exactly. And then this skinny, dinky little guy.
My foot stuck. My foot stuck in the chair. Anyway, go ahead.
And the skinny little dinky guy just kind of appeared behind this crowd of people and just kind of like slunk his way up to me. And he was like, "I'm really sorry about this." I was like, "Okay." I kind of felt sorry for him. That's why I gave him my number.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because they had embarrassed the shit out of him, and I felt so bad.
So that was the same guy, the old man and the guy at the shop. That was the same person, or those two?
No.
Okay.
The older man was like the foreman of his shop.
No, I mean like like these two situations was the same person.
The lamest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I asked because I told this was on like 2 episodes ago, and I was talking about my trip to Atlanta that I took for New Year's. And these guys was trying to hit on my cousin and her friend, and it was really upsetting because they was keeping me up because it was like really early in the morning. It was like 4 in the morning, and we had danced the night away and all that good stuff. We had a good time, and then they left to go get some stuff, and they wound up meeting these guys, and they brought them back to the apartment we were staying at, and like these guys weren't going anywhere, but they didn't know that, so they were just keeping me up, thinking that they was gonna get some. And they ain't getting none. You suckers. Keeping me up for nothing. Like, y'all should have known y'all wasn't going to get no vagina that day. Shit. I ain't getting no vagina that day.
No booty.
No, but they, like, I mean, they just wanted to hang out. They wanted to be entertained. But, like, I mean, if a girl invites you to her apartment at 4 in the morning, you're thinking something's going to happen. And it didn't happen, so.
I'm notorious for that. Not for, inviting people at like 4 in the morning, but whenever I invite people over, namely men, they're like, "Oh, I know what you're getting at." I'm like, "I want to play a video game and you can sit on the couch and talk to me, but we are not going anywhere near my bedroom. You're staying in here."
For every 10 times that's happened, how many of those times has resulted in adult sleepovers?
None.
Really?
Yeah, because normally whenever I invite somebody over to hang out with me, it's just a friends only thing. Unless, there's been a date beforehand.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
That's what I mean, yeah.
If
like,
there was a date.
Talking about in general, in your whole history of men.
For every 10 times?
Yeah.
Maybe 3. But those always ended up to be boyfriends.
Right. That makes sense. I wasn't assuming that you were just, grabbing guys and be like, "Hey, you want to come over at 4 in the morning?"
No, I had
You might. I mean, some girls do. Nothing wrong with that.
I had a friend. He was like 25, 24, and still had his V card.
Wow.
And he was trying to get me to take it from him, and I'm like,
Why not? Why you ain't do it? You should have did that for that man.
I was like, no.
You should have did that for that
If
fella.
I'm going to if I'm going to indulge in coitus, I am not going to go with a newbie.
A newbie.
Sorry, I am not into one-hit wonders.
Well, why would that make him a one-hit wonder? Because he doesn't know what he's doing?
Because normally whenever they haven't experienced sex yet, they usually experience it and then just like lose themselves and then like 2 minutes later.
Oh.
That's a one-hit wonder.
Well, I can tell you what. That didn't happen with your boy. It was significantly longer than 2 minutes. It was like the leading up to it was exciting. The actual act was, it was cool. It was cool. It was just the act though, But maybe because I was older.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say how old I was, but
my first time was 17.
17. I wasn't 25. Put it like that. I was significantly younger than 25.
23.
I'm not gonna say it.
21.
I'm not gonna say it.
Come on.
You can keep guessing. I'm not gonna say it. Nobody knows. I mean, people know, but like, no. I don't know who's listening to this, so no. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you after this.
Okay.
I'll tell you after this.
Okay.
But yeah, that's funny. You should have did that for that man.
Oh hell no.
He'll never forget you.
I told him like straight up to be just like a friend. We're just friends. And he's like, "Well, can you at least like coach me a little?" And I'm like, "How the hell am I supposed to coach you?"
What does that mean?
He was like, can you just, like, show me? And I'm like, no, I'm not showing you. How about this? I'll take you to Barnes & Noble.
What?
Plop you down in the sexual help section and give you a couple of books and tell you, this is what you do. And I'll give you a peach and I'll show you how to eat a peach.
Wow. I've heard that.
I've heard
I'm bad at that.
peaches, pears, like really soft pears. I've heard peaches, pears, and plums.
Awesome. How many cards do you have?
Cards.
Cards. Yeah.
One.
I don't have any. They've all been experienced.
I have one V card, and that was an accident. that was a total accident on my
How's that
part.
accident?
Because if I would have known he was a virgin, I would have never, ever involved myself.
That's funny. He tricked you.
Most guys, when they're
He tricked you.
virgins, whenever you have sex with them, they just become like a leech. They attach themselves to you, and you can't get away. I'm one of those people that I like my alone time, and I like my cuddle time, you know. For the first 2 weeks of my, I guess, relationships, everything's like all cuddly and buddly and stuff, and everything's all great and wonderful. And then I need my breathing room. And usually guys are like, but I love you. And I'm like, it's 2 weeks. You can't love somebody. It must be a gas bubble or something. Just go away.
So, I don't know how we got here.
I don't know how we got here
I
either.
don't remember how we got to
started
this
out
place.
with cars.
Yeah, cars and fruits and then alcoholic beverages, and now we're here. But since we're here, we might as well ride this out.
I guess so.
How you feel about interracial?
What?
Interracial.
Interracial's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves some love.
Have you been a part of that or what?
As of yet, no.
Okay.
But everyone's biracial if you think about it. Because my ancestry, I am German, Dutch, Irish, American Indian, and South African.
My thing on that is, I never cared about that stuff, about where my people came from, because at the end of the day, when you see me, all you see is a black man. So I don't care what part of the world my people came from. I know I'm from Louisiana. My mama from Louisiana. My daddy from Louisiana. That's all that matters to me.
I know.
I don't care what type of black I am. I feel like, because I be hearing like in New York and stuff like that, a lot of podcasts I listen to, a lot of people I like are from like New York and stuff like that. And there's always like this Dominican this and Puerto Rican that and Haitian this, Jamaican that, and Jewish this, and German and Italian, and like we never dig that deep down here. I don't think we dig that deep down here. All we really, as far as we go, is like our connection to France or to Spain
or the American Indians that we have here.
Yeah, and that's as far as we go. To me, I don't care about none of that. I really don't. But yeah, we got to sex. That's what happened here. It's funny if you don't direct a conversation between two young adults, it's gonna get there.
Yeah, one way or another, it's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there. How old are you again?
I'm 25.
25. Okay, so you're not that much younger than me.
No. What are you? 28?
I'm about to be 28.
Figured.
Couple more weeks. You coming to my party, huh?
Yeah, we are going to Kashada, right? Or
Cyprus.
Cyprus. Okay.
Yeah. Because I am a gambler. I think I'm gonna do some kind of dinner before that, though. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That sounds like fun.
I always do Olive Garden.
Why Olive Garden?
I like Olive Garden. You don't like Olive Garden? It's not the best.
I used to eat out a lot.
Yeah.
And I think of eating out as a gamble. Because the more you eat out, the more of a chance something going wrong with your food. And I was eating out a lot. So that ratio was going up, escalating quite a bit. And I went to Olive Garden here in Lafayette. And the meal was good. And then I ordered dessert. And it was this delicious wedge of lemon cake.
Yeah.
I love lemon cake.
Yeah.
And into my second bite of it, I chewed on something that should not have been there. that moment where you crunch and I'm like, what the hell is in my mouth? And then I pulled it out and it was a piece of the stretchy silicone, like almost like glue, like hot glue, and it was stretchy. And I put it on the plate, and I was like,
baby.
I think I'm done.
Did you get a free meal?
No, they were just like, it's glue from the box.
You didn't fight that?
I was like, you know what? I'm done.
No,
I threw
F
my
all that.
napkin down and I walked out.
F all that. I would have fought them people, man. Like, no, you don't pay for this food. I'm not paying for it.
Oh my god, it was
at minimum you're paying for this food.
it was the nastiest thing ever because it was like chewing on a fishing lure.
Yeah, well, no, no, you're not supposed to eat that. No, shame on them people. I went to
Shame.
I went to Olive Garden for one of my birthdays, and I was sitting at the bar with some friends, and I was sipping on this drink. It was one of the mixed drinks they had. I think it was a chocolate. I think it was like a s'more or something. It had
Mars martini or something?
something like that. It was delicious. But I'm drinking it and I feel something in there. I'm thinking it's ice, so I'm crunching. Like, this ice ain't crushing. You know, I can't crush it with my teeth, and I spit up. And then I'm like, that's glass. This is glass in this glass. So I'm like,
glass in the glass.
yeah, right. And then I'm like, yo, this is glass. I'm like, call the manager, like, manager. And he was like, no, like, this was in my drink, sir. Like a diamond in my drink. Like, yeah, so everything's free, right? Everything's free. He was like, no, don't think about it. Everything's free. I'm telling you, everything's free. because if it ain't free, you might have a lawsuit, sir. Because this could have killed me. This could have took me out. You know, could have cut up all my insides, man.
Mm-hmm. You could have had a perforated bowel.
Yeah, gross. That should be like a punk rock group.
Perforated bowel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a rock group.
That would be death metal because perforated bowels usually end in death.
Right. Yeah. No. That's like a English punk group that's really underground, but people love them. I'm telling you. And they tour all over Europe and be like, and that's how they rock out.
That's not punk though. That's metal. There's a difference between punk and metal.
I don't know that.
I have to educate you.
You don't have to. With a double bass. You know what I mean? Don't, cause we every now and then you hear some weird phrase that somebody creative such as yourself will say, and I'm like, that sounds like a rock album, like a title of a rock album.
You know how people have like sayings for one of my best friends through high school, she would say "fuck me running" whenever something. Like, well, fuck me running, you know.
I love it. Because the mental picture of that, of a chick running and a guy smashing at the same time.
I know.
Right? How possible is that?
I don't know, but throughout my life, there have been people that have said stuff like that.
Right.
And mine was just like, fuck me sideways with a spork. Because sporks have always been magical to me because they're the holy conglomeration of a spoon and a fork. And you can buy a titanium spork that you never have to throw away.
This guy was trying to make this metal worker, he was trying to make the perfect utensil. And he made a spork and a knife. And I think he had something else attached to it. It was like the size of a breadstick. It was unwieldy, but
That's amazing.
Yeah. So there's that. So cars, alcohol, sex, and sporks.
Sporks.
That's how we get. And
Excuse me.
sneezes and hiccups. This is the random AquaMethod podcast, folks. And we still got 17 minutes.
I know, right?
Still got 17 minutes, but this is a fun episode. Though.
I know, right?
I'm having a good time with this one. What else is going on, man?
Tomorrow I'm gonna go and hang out with my friend Cassandra. I'm making a custom-made apron for her.
Sweet.
I started making it in October, and I haven't seen her because of like the holidays and working and all that stuff. So apparently, like I've told you on another podcast that in the 80s people were skinny. So I'm having to go to her house with my sewing machine and all of my little notions and stuff.
That's why I
to
taking you a long
measure
time.
her hips,
Right.
because Cassie is very voluptuous in the hip area. I love her to death. She's got a good sized rack, tiny little waist, big hips and thighs, and then it goes back down to tiny little feet.
So she's like an hourglass.
Yes. And I have to go and measure her hips because the skirt part won't even fit around me. And I'm like a 16. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to add some fabric here, maybe decorate this part right here, mask that I have to add some more rope right here, and just kind of like go it around.
How do you do that without sounding mean? Like, this might not be big enough for you.
Well, I already told her. I said, I need you to get your luscious hips over here. Something.
Luscious hips. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Do I like luscious hips? Depends on what else is going on. Like, what else do you have? You got some luscious hips and what else? So, there's this girl I met a long time ago she's a white girl with the biggest ass I've ever seen in my life. And that's
Are you a butt man?
That's the end of the story. No, I like boobs. I'm a boob man.
Good job,
like
man.
chi-chis.
I really like boobs too.
That's good.
They're wonderful objects of obsession.
Of femininity.
I know.
Yeah.
At AutoZone, I have a best friend. Janae, and her and I mess with each other.
Not the one you're trying to talk to. Not the one you're trying to
Nisi.
pick me up. Okay.
Nisi. Janae is basically my manager back there. I'm almost in her status. I'm almost a manager at AutoZone. And her and I are always like messing around behind the big wall and stuff because we're always like picking at each other. And there was one day I was off the clock and she was off the clock and she needed to get on the computer for something and I wouldn't move. So I just spread my legs. She got between my legs and started typing over me like this.
What's just going on here?
And my boss rounded the corner, said, nope, 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 and went back around the side.
Nope. Your boss was a male? He's a man?
Yeah.
And he like, I don't want no part of that.
He rounded the corner, said, nope, 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 nope. That sound like a cartoon I know,
skit.
right?
Sound like something Mr. Krabs would have did.
I know.
That's funny.
And her and I looked at each other and we just like started cackling because it's just stupid shit we get ourselves in every day.
That's the sign of a good working relationship. That's the sign of a good working environment also.
Yes. She and I will only, like, if there's big projects like moving stuff in the store, she only wants to work with me because she knows that when she starts getting annoyed, I will try my very best to make her laugh.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
At the station, we do that. Like, we get our work done. We put on a TV show with as few flaws as possible. I'm not gonna say flawlessly because it's never flawlessly.
I know.
Because it's like working at the TV station and in the department I work at is called production. We're the ones who actually put it on TV. It's like a football team. Like, everybody on the football team has to be working perfectly for the football team to win. You know, and we can still win. Oh, that should go growl. She about to growl. She about to roar.
No, I learned my lesson. You told me not to, so I'm not gonna.
I'm glad. Because, Alex burps is like earth-shattering burps, man.
Plus, I can't really get much volume with those.
Okay, good.
Shut up.
But yeah, so like, you can still win the game, but you might not win it by as many points if everybody's not doing perfectly. So I could be doing my job perfectly, but if the audio guy's messing up, or
Stop laughing at me.
there's no cameras. I wish there was cameras so people can see what I'm laughing at. Or the director might make a mistake, something like that. Or if I make a mistake, it hurts the team. But when we can work together and joke around at the same time and still have as few flaws as possible, it's a great day. Those are awesome days.
It is.
And it's like working at a TV station is really awesome when things don't go right. Because we're at the mercy of a lot of things. So if things don't go right, we have to deal with them. And how we deal with them, how we overcome these obstacles as a team makes the job that much better. That's my favorite. Those would be my favorite days.
Every day that I work at either the oil field job or AutoZone is either complete another pandemonium or it's just boring. I don't get an in-between.
you prefer it to be easy and just collecting the check, or you like to be working, like to be hustling?
I like to work, actually. Today, I have problems with my blood sugar. Like, if I don't eat a good breakfast, it bottoms out, and I become a total and utter bitch. And I don't want to work around anybody. Well, that's what happened today. That's why I said I had a bad day this morning.
You see, well, hopefully your conversation in your episode today makes you feel a little better. You're smiling. You know, you seem happier.
Yeah.
You was happy when you came in, but you seem happier now.
Yeah.
I think it's a sex talk. Sex talk make girls smile and shit.
It's just funny. I find sex and like bodily functions hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like that's I think that's a generational thing. I think our parents is very squeamish about that stuff.
My mom's not. She's a nurse.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She's the one who taught me that farts are funny.
Farts are indeed funny. Farts are very funny.
Have you ever heard Jeff fart?
No, I hope to never ever experience that.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
I was having a bad day, and we were walking up to the pier to go to the aquarium, and he looked at me and he was like, I hope you feel better. And he just like ripped up the most nastiest, loudest fart, and I almost fell down because I was laughing so hard.
Yo, me and my last girlfriend, we're not together anymore, but we still have a good relationship. I love her very much. I care about her deeply. She's still a very good friend of mine. She used to fart crazy, man.
Like stank?
No, it was never that bad. But it used to be just be loud and just out there, man. And she used to make these faces, these fart faces. like trying to push it out. It kind of look like Popeye, like. You know, one eye closed, that cheek go up, and then brap. She said that when we were sleeping together. I mean, you know, in the same bed. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Because that happened too. But anyway, we were sleeping together, just hanging out in the bed, and apparently she did. I was knocked out, and apparently she did it on me. And she told me after when I woke up, she told me.
So that way they can't be mad at you.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, after all the hundreds and thousands of farts I done dealt with, I'm not mad.
One of my exes made me mad, so one night I sat on him and farted on him. It was great.
That's rough. That's tough, man.
He pissed me off so bad. Like one of the things that I always believed in is to never go to sleep mad. Never go to sleep mad, because there will be retaliation, whether it's a Dutch oven or you just fart on them.
I tried to do that to our ex, and I don't think it didn't work out. Like, cause she's like, why you trying to put the clothes over here? Like, didn't work out. I don't know.
You have to be sneaky about it. You have to fart, and then you have to be like all playful and happy, and then just flew the covers over their head and then run away.
We're doing like a fart tutorial, having fart debates. That's where this is. That might be the title of this podcast, fart debates. Of this episode, whenever it comes out, it probably won't come out for a while though.
Only when you're in dire straits.
Yeah, I might work on the worst episode ever, because I compressed the video, and I just haven't put it together, so I might do that. That might be the next episode. Yeah, the worst episode ever.
Oh, that's supposed to be the.
It wasn't that bad though.
No.
You know, I thought it was still recording. Remember?
Stop it.
It wasn't recording. It stopped recording after 38 minutes.
Awesome.
So I lost all that other stuff. But the cameras were still recording, so I'm about to piece it together like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I had like 10 minutes extra of camera audio, so try to figure out. It just don't sound as good. And I done got hot with my Echo jacket. So yeah, I would do 4, 3, 2, 1, but because we got about 7 minutes left, but you already did it.
How do I? Oh, like the very first time we did it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this deck
Do another one.
You want to do another one?
Do another one. Figure out something else.
All right. Random 4, 3, 2, 1 that I've never done before. I'm trying to make up 4 questions. All right. Top 4 fast food restaurants that you could eat if you could only eat 4 restaurants for the rest of your life.
4 restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
Wendy's.
People are messaging us.
Um,
One of them is Jake.
Subway.
Yes.
Panera Bread.
That's dope.
And
Would you consider Panera Bread fast food?
yeah, because it comes out pretty fucking fast.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
I
got a
can
drive-through. Usually, if someone has a drive-through, it's fast food. What's the fourth one? Frick. Would Izzo's be fast food?
Izzo's? No, I don't think so. Well, yeah, I guess.
It's got a drive-through window.
Yeah. You can do Izzo's.
Okay, Izzo's.
Based on what we know
No,
about
wait,
the
not
schedule,
Izzo's. Taco Bell.
Taco
Sorry.
Bell. Man, I had some Taco Bell because they kind of revamped their menu, and they got a bunch of stuff you could add. You could customize your food now.
But I think the
So I went over there and I got some stuff, and boy, that toilet session was epic.
Your stomach blue screened.
Woo! That toilet session was epic.
Did you paint it?
Yo, yeah. Water paints, man. Water paints. Brown water paints with a couple chunks, man. Word.
I'm gonna share with you a phrase that my mom always used.
What'd she say?
Screaming cheetah willies.
What?
For diarrhea. My mom always call them screaming cheetah willies. I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but she's always or she calls them squitters.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, or in Ireland they call diarrhea scutters.
Scutters? I like squitters. I like squitters a lot. If I'm blessed with kids, and I hope I am, I'm calling them. Did you make a squitter?
Did you have the squitters?
Ooh, boy, they made a squitter. Gross. So since I've never answered those questions, so 4 fast food restaurants I could eat for the rest of my life if I had to. It'd be Subway. Subway would be number 1. Even though it's the same type of food, it might be which. For number 2. If we had burritos back, it'd be number 3. I like burritos. Burritos was dope. I had a free card for free burritos for a year. That was a great year. So for some Mexican burritos and pizza number 4. Yeah, and and just die early.
Well, you get your vegetables between which and Subway.
Yeah. So number 3. All right. Normally, number 4 is 4 albums. You have to stop touching my microphone.
I'm sorry.
I've never told a girl that, but you need to stop touching the mic.
I'm sorry.
Stop stroking the mic gently and sexually.
I am not. I'm just fidget. I'm sorry.
How you know it? Nobody knows that. You could be stroking my microphone because there's no cameras. Nobody knows what you're doing. Just kidding. She's not stroking the microphone. Normally, question 4 is 4 albums you could live with for the rest of your life. And normally, question 3 is top 3 cartoons. So, question number 3 is top 3 worst movies of all time.
Twilight.
Okay, which one?
All of them.
Okay.
Saga. Twilight Saga. All of them.
Okay.
The worst movie. One of the worst movies I've ever seen is.
I know what this is.
Frick, I don't remember the name of it, but the guy's face, his nose looked like a dick. Seriously. What's something about
Negative. Red potion.
Bad Gone Worse or something like that? I forgot what the fuck it's called.
Okay, Dick
And-
Nose Man.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the third one is 30 Days of Night.
Okay.
It scared the complete frick out of me, but there was no point.
My worst 3 would be
Guessing this means
the first Ghost Rider movie with Nick Cage. Elektra.
I'm guessing this means you can
With
use a
Jennifer
health
Gardner?
potion.
You mean
I
Daredevil?
don't know.
No, Elektra.
The other ones mean.
She had a separate movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was ass. Nothing but straight butt. Horrible movie. And Norbit. Eddie Murphy.
I really hate that movie too.
Norbit. My cousin, I saw that. I don't remember how I got talked into watching that nonsense, but my cousin liked it, and I'm like, this is terrible. Speaking of bad movies, we was talking about 50 Shades of Black. I'm anti that movie so hard. I'm so against that movie. Like I feel so bad. Like Marlon Wayans, I grew up on you, man. Wayans Brothers, great TV show. Now you gonna make this Drek? I feel just upset, and people gonna watch it.
They will.
I mean, it's not even a clever name. 50 Shades of Black.
Well, 50 Shades of Grey too.
It could be 50 Shades Darker or 50 Shades something. 50 Shades of Black. Stupid. That's only how can you have shades of black if black is the absence of light?
Well, actually, it's everything together.
Yeah.
Absence of light is white.
I thought light was you wrong. Light is all colors together.
Oh no, you got it backwards, babe.
Could have sworn, man.
Art major.
Art minor. I had a minor in art at UL.
Major trumps minor.
It does. I could have sworn, man. Well, like all colors forming into one, and in terms of light, is white.
Well, in light, in like the wavelengths of stuff, yes. But as in like pouring paint together,
you're right. I
it
remember
turns
that.
black.
I remember that.
Okay.
What makes brown?
Dirt.
No, in terms of colors, like what two colors make brown?
So you're supposed to determine which one is for the two.
I believe it's burnt cyan and white.
No, like is it like I remember it was like complementary. It was like a complementary color plus a primary color that makes brown if you mix them together. Like orange and blue. Mix it together, it makes brown.
This is where you place
Yeah,
icons.
because we had to make that in art 101, my first art class.
That's cool.
We had to make brown from a complementary color and a primary color.
That's cool.
And there was like different shades of brown too. The poopiest brown is green and red, I think.
I remember
This
that.
right here means if you have
Green and red make brown.
So like
In terms of light, it makes
put a
yellow.
worker in a space.
But anyway, all right. So, question number 2 is normally two
The rest of your
people you want to spend a weekend with of the opposite sex. So question number 2 would be today. What you think? What could question number 2 be? Two somethings.
Okay, so there is
Two books you can't live without.
I don't have any books like that.
No, I do. I
What's
love
that?
books. Anything written by Christopher Moore. God, frick that man.
I like Scott Siegler. He makes the GFL, the Galactic Football League. Those books are awesome because it's football in space with aliens. Football in space with aliens and gangsters and killing and betrayal and people and sad people dying because you get sad. The coach dies. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't read it. You should read it.
I'm not impressed.
The coach dies eventually. Because you ain't read it. You ain't read it, and you don't like
I don't
football.
really sports. Yeah.
If you read it and you knew anything about football, you'd love it. Love that book. Galactic Football League. 5 books so far.
I'm reading, like, one of his books is called The Lust Lizard of Melancholy Cove.
The Lust Lizard.
Of Melancholy Cove. It's about a sea monster that comes out of the ocean whenever it smells depression and comes and starts eating people while disguised as a trailer. Like a house trailer.
That is far too weird for me.
Oh, it's hilarious. And a B-movie scream queen, Molly Michon, she befriends it and names it Steve.
Sweet.
And I just found out that it's lactose intolerant because it yacked 4 Holstein cows up.
Of course, why not? I'm just waiting for more shit to come out your mouth about this plot. All right.
I'm a centric. What do you expect?
All right. Since we're doing books, let's do top 2 comic book series.
Type 2?
Top 2.
Oh, top 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Series of all time. You know what I mean? That could be like Uncanny X-Men or...
I really like Saga. Saga's
Okay.
really good. And Chew. Saga and Chew. I really like them.
Dope. All right. Sonic the Hedgehog, because I grew up with it. And what was I really digging? I'm gonna say X-Men.
He also
Old school
Yeah.
X-Men. Gotta love them.
I was thinking about number 1, but I ain't gonna do it. It's gonna be favorite position, but I don't wanna put you out there like that.
I don't care.
We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. If you want to say it, I'm not gonna say mine. You can say yours. So.
Oh, you have to go first. Come on.
Oh man. I shouldn't have said it then.
Come on. You know you wanna.
It's the dog, man. It's the dog.
Cowgirl.
Is that right? That actually surprised me because like a lot of girls say the dog, so I figured it'd be the dog.
No, I'd like to see somebody's face.
You can turn.
Fuck that. I'm a big girl. It's a lot of shit to turn to look that way.
There you go. I can dig it, but all right, we need a PG number 1.
PG.
Yeah, a PG number 1.
Is where you just test it on yourself. And paralyzed.
Gotta make this quick.
La 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 la.
To become paralyzed, you can only go here.
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know, man.
It's your freaking podcast.
I know.
Word vomit. Do it.
Number one thing from your childhood you can't live without.
Like what?
Like, is there like some special heirloom or something like you got at home that like you got from like as a little kid? Like, oh, that's so sweet. I can never throw this away.
I got a rag doll my grandma made me.
Okay.
She lost her clothes along the way, but I've got her still.
Okay, well, that's cool. I got this little book of pictures of me growing up, like every year until 12th grade, and I got that. And there's a lot of embarrassing things in there.
Not as embarrassing as me and one of my cousins in the bathtub naked. Nothing but butt.
Nothing but butt.
I was like maybe 4 or 5, and he was like 2.
That might be the title of this podcast. Nothing but butt.
So like if you're the last person, it doesn't matter what you do.
I don't know, man. So yeah, we had an hour 6, hour 7 almost, and that's it, folks. That was a good episode, huh?
Yeah.
You know, we went everywhere with that one.
I know.
And that was no plan, no plot, no nothing. I wanted to do a sports one, but I knew that you wouldn't be the person for that one because Super Bowl is coming up. That's the day after my birthday, and tomorrow is the championship games to determine who's going to the Super Bowl. So, and I know you don't care.
Who's it between?
Huh?
Who's the playoff game for?
The playoff games, there's 2 of them. So there's it's the Cardinals versus the Panthers, and the Patriots versus the Broncos.
I think it's gonna be the Cardinals versus the Broncos.
Look at you. Why?
Because I see the Broncos more in headlines more than I do anything else. And plus, Cardinals have a special place in my heart a little because my grandmother was like a big Cardinals fan.
Now, was she a Arizona Cardinals fan or a St. Louis Cardinals fan? The St. Louis is the baseball team.
Kind of both.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
So yes, it is the
She was like,
last person to have this.
you know, I really like baseball and I really like football, but, you know,
Where he's going.
it's the same bird. Let's just go ahead and do both.
There you go.
Okay,
That's cool.
Grandma.
That's cool. I hope it's the Patriots versus the Cardinals, and I hope it's the Cardinals winning the Super Bowl. Because I always root for the NFC team. I don't care who it is.
Who's on the Broncos? I know it's one of the Mannings, right?
Yeah, Peyton. Eli
I don't
plays for
hope
the
he
Giants.
wins. Because it's going to be more shit for me.
Why
Because
is
my
that?
last name's Manning.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't win. So I hope he fades into history so I can just...
This might be his last game.
I hope so.
Oh.
Because I'm getting tired of people asking me.
Peyton Manning is a American treasure.
Yeah,
American
so
football
these
icon.
3 actions are unavailable.
For
I
real.
don't think so.
For real. Well, there you have it, folks. This is another Stash episode, so it doesn't have a number or a title just yet.
I think it should be nothing but butt.
Nothing but that might be it, or Squitters.
Okay, so yes.
Squitters.
It might be that.
That one.
Insanity
That
question.
one.
Reputation goes
So yeah, thank y'all for rocking with me. I don't know when this episode is coming out, but it's gonna be coming out soon. Sorry about the no cameras. The cameras are not charged, so that's why I didn't bring them. And I didn't feel like lugging all that stuff. I just didn't feel like bringing it. I'm be honest with you. I'll be honest with my audience. I didn't feel like bringing them. That's why there was no cameras today, and I didn't charge them. But there will be cameras in the near future, of course. So yeah, as always, Grasshopper GP on the Twitter, Grasshopper GP on the Instagram. Spelled normally, no special characters, nothing like that. Grasshopper GP at yahoo.com is the
What?
I'll just look at you, man. Grasshopper GP at yahoo.com is the email for any types of advertisements, sponsorships, or if you just have anything nice to say about the podcast. Again, I really appreciate it. Thanks to Mr. Jeff for letting me rock here at the combo shop. Dan's manning the fort right now, so shout out to Dan over there. You are listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper GP Official with 3 S's in Grasshopper, because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official, 3 S's. AquaMethodPodcast. It's your boy GP, Alex.
Hi.
Y'all be good.
But not too good.
Y'all be good.